Hello, welcome. I'm going to talk about our need for privacy here, what it is, why it's important, and how we can best meet it in balance during these coronavirus days. The human givens approach identified that we all need our own space, some time to reflect, to chill, maybe to read or listen to music, just being on our own, not needing to respond to other people. And paradoxically, some of us used to meet this need on our way to work. We'd sit on a bus or on a train, or we'd drive, listen to music, doze out, space out, not needing to interact with people. And now this time's taken away and we are together, usually with our family, sometimes with our flatmates, 24/7, no space and not much privacy at all. The other thing that happened to those of us who work from home is that our work has intruded our private space. Suddenly our boss is in our kitchen, or our clients or team workers are now in our living room. And we never invited them here, but still they are, using all Zoom and other media. And so the same with friends and people who we normally meet outdoors, meet outside, and suddenly they're in our private space. So how do we manage it, and some points to think about to help us navigate this time as best as we can. The first point to think about is that different people need privacy to different degrees and in different ways. Some people need to connect with other people much more, and their need for privacy is less so, and other people need much more time on their own. So social isolation would be their natural state of being. And we need to think that there's no right and wrong about it. No person is better than the other. The person that needs more privacy isn't necessarily distant and not caring, and the one who needs more connection isn't needy necessarily. It's just different styles and different ways of being, and we need to communicate it and explain that to each other and negotiate it if we live in a house or together with somebody whose needs are very different from our own. Even if we don't particularly live with somebody like that, now is a time of group meetings on Zoom, and people getting together on social media in all kinds of ways. And sometimes it may be too much for you. And again, the idea here that you need to communicate your needs and say, this is what I need right now. I'm zoomed out. I can't have another call. Please forgive me. And own it as your own need, rather than blame other people and think that they're too needy, they want too much of you. Don't blame anybody. Just take it on yourself and acknowledge that this is what it is that you're experiencing right now. And that's okay. The second point to think about is that if you have a room in your home that you can make your own for this period, that is ideal. A room with a door that you can close. And if each one of your household member can have their private space in this way, it's really great. If you're not so lucky to have so much space, then even just a desk or a couch or a table or some corner that's going to be yours, and that you're going to agree that if you're there, you're asking people not to address you, not to ask things of you. If you can make that happen, that's great. Obviously, that's not going to happen if you live with really young children. You can't tell a 2-year-old not to talk to you. But if that's your situation and you live with a partner, maybe you want to divide the time between you. Maybe some of the day, one of you can take charge and the other one can have a little bit more privacy and space, and then you change. The other thing is that, again, if you feel too confined, too close to people of your family, use the time for exercise outdoors separately. And that's going to be the time where you will have your own space, and your partner and other family members will have some time away from you at home. Another point to think about is your work. If you're working from home, or even if you're talking to some friends or colleagues informally at home, you want to think about where you're sitting, what the background is, and what it is that you're happy to expose to other people and share with other people, and what you're not. So if you really don't mind and you're happy to have yourself walking with your camera and your phone, if you're completely fine with that, that's great. But if not, then again, think in advance what would be a good corner for you, what would be a place where you feel comfortable and you don't really mind people seeing you. It could be a neutral place for you, and that's where you're going to sit and do all your calls. And the last thing is that if you've managed your little space and privacy and you're making work phone calls or phone calls with friends that are private, and your partner or your children step in, be kind about it. Most people on the other side of the line wouldn't mind, they find it endearing. We're all in this together. We need to balance everybody's needs. Be patient and kind towards each other as much as possible. So thank you very much. This is about our need for privacy. I hope it's been helpful.